For your entire life, you've been told to fight a war inside your own mind, a war against your ego. People say you have to crush it, silence it, and control it. But what if I told you that fighting your ego is the dumbest thing you can do? What if that fight is literally its favorite food? I found an insane technique from a legendary Indian sage that flips the entire game on its head. It doesn't fight the ego, it starves it. It uses one simple question to pull the rug out from under the ego, causing it to completely dissolve. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button for more mind-blowing wisdom. And I wanna know, what's the craziest thing your ego makes you do? Tell me in the comments right now. Your story might blow someone's mind today. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's that voice that screams in your head before a huge presentation, making your heart pound with fear. It's the voice that explodes with rage when someone cuts you off in traffic. It's the voice that has you scrolling social media for hours, comparing your life to everyone else's fake, perfect life. This voice, this feeling of a tiny, fragile me at the center of the universe is the ego. A 20th century sage, Sri Ramana Maharshi, had a genius way of putting it. He called the ego the I thought. That's literally all it is. It's the first thought that every other thought is built on. Before you can even think, I am failing, or I am furious, or I am not good enough, you first have to have the thought, I. This I is the main character in your life's movie, taking all the credit and all the blame for everything. The problem is, we get so lost in the drama, we actually think we are this I thought. We believe we are the nervous employee, the angry driver, the person who's falling behind. This is the biggest mistake we make. And it's the root of all our suffering. It creates this powerful illusion that it's me against the entire world, a me that has to be defended 24/7, and living like that is exhausting. It's a non-stop draining war. We waste our lives trying to make our ego look good, begging for validation, and living in constant fear of anything that might threaten it. We try affirmations, we try to force positive thoughts, but as Ramana pointed out, trying to fight the ego is just more ego. It's like trying to wash away mud with more mud. The struggle just makes the illusion feel more real because you're giving the I thought exactly what it wants, all your attention. This is the trap we all fall into. We are taught to fight a ghost, and the battle itself makes the ghost feel real. So what's the alternative? How do you get out of the ring for good? This is where the absolute genius of Sri Ramana Maharshi comes in. As a young boy, Ramana had a crazy, spontaneous experience where he understood his true nature. He didn't read this in some book. He lived it, and he spent his entire life showing other people how to find it for themselves. His main teaching was this: the ego is basically a ghost. It has zero power of its own. It only seems real because it latches on to other things. Our body, our thoughts, our job, our memories. It's a shadow. You can't punch a shadow, right? You can't yell at it to go away. If you want a shadow to disappear, you don't fight it. You just turn on the light. The ego is kept alive by our attention flowing out, focusing on our problems, our desires, our fears. Ramana's revolutionary idea was to literally cut off its food supply, to starve it. And how do you do that? You turn your attention around. Instead of looking at the 1,000 thoughts attacking you, you look for the thinker himself. This is the paradigm shift. The goal isn't to kill the ego. You can't kill something that was never alive. The goal is to investigate it, to put it under a microscope and ask, what even are you? Ramana thought that if you actually look for the ego, it will vanish, because a shadow can't survive in the light of pure awareness. This brings us to the core of his teaching, a practice so simple, it's just one question. The method is called self-inquiry, and it's an active meditation you can do anywhere, anytime, and no one will know you're doing it. It's not about forcing your mind to be quiet. It's about using the mind's own power to track itself back to its source. Here's how it works, step by step. Step 1. Catch the thought. As you're going about your day, a thought or feeling will grab you. A flash of anger, a wave of sadness, a worry about money. The second you notice it, don't judge it or try to get rid of it. Just ask yourself, to whom has this thought come? The answer is instant and obvious. It has come to me. This first step is critical. It stops you from getting swept away by the drama. You're no longer just the sad person. You are the one who is aware that a feeling of sadness has shown up. Step 2. Ask the game-changing question. The moment you see the thought came to me, you immediately pivot. Turn all your attention toward this feeling of me, and you ask the ultimate question, who am I? Now this is the most important part. You're not looking for an answer in words. Your mind will try to cheat and give you an answer. It'll say, I'm a doctor, or I'm Susan, or I'm a failure. These are just more thoughts. Gentle, let them go. The question, who am I, is a tool, not a quiz. Its only purpose is to point your attention inward, toward the pure feeling of I, before it has any story or label attached to it. With your attention turned inside, just lock it on that feeling of I. Try to feel where it's coming from inside you, in your body, in your awareness. Ramana said, this source is the spiritual heart. The only goal is to keep your focus lasered in on this root feeling of being, this I thought. Imagine your thoughts are rivers flowing out into the world. This practice is like turning around and walking up the I river all the way back to its source. And what happens when you do this is insane. The original thought, the anger, the worry is starved of the attention it needed to survive. It just fades away. You've reversed the power dynamic. You took the energy that was going to feed the story and you turned it inward to find the storyteller. When other thoughts come and try to distract you, and they will, you just run the play again. Who are these thoughts coming to? To me. Who am I? And you gently but relentlessly bring your attention back to that core feeling of I. When you start doing this practice for real, something absolutely incredible will happen. At first, you'll find these massive gaps of peace. The space between your thoughts gets bigger. You'll find that you don't get triggered so easily by your emotions. This alone is life-changing. But if you keep going, the change goes so much deeper. As you keep your attention locked on that I thought, it starts to get weaker and weaker. A ghost can't stand in the spotlight of your awareness for long, right? It begins to dissolve. And when that first I thought melts away, what's left? It's not nothing. It's a silent, brilliant awareness. This is what Ramana called the self, your true nature, which has been there the whole time, just buried under the noise of the ego. It's a state of pure being, pure peace, and a quiet, insane joy. The illusion of being a small, separate person starts to shatter. The constant need to prove yourself, the fear, the inner battle, it all dissolves along with the illusion that created it. You don't become a new person. You just realize who you've always been underneath it all. It's not some philosophy you have to believe in. This is an experiment you have to run in the laboratory of your own mind. You don't have to go to a monastery. You can do this while you're washing dishes, sitting in traffic, or waiting in line at the store. So the next time that voice of the ego shows up with all its demands and fears, you now have the ultimate tool, a single question that doesn't fight the ghost, but just turns on the light. Who am I? Turn the question inside. Hunt that feeling back to its source and just see what happens. This is the path from the non-stop noise of the ego to the insane peace of your true self. If this journey of self-discovery is calling you, join the family by smashing that subscribe button. And I really want to hear from you. Share in the comments below. What is one thought or feeling you will try this technique on? Your experience could be the spark that changes someone else's life. Don't forget to like this video and share it with anyone you think needs to hear this today. The path is simple, but the journey is everything, and it can begin for you right now.